Yes, IEM. It's all the buzz these days. You see singers wearing it, celebs wearing it. In fact, we made a couple of shots on it and it blew up crazy. Fun fact, 5 years ago, we made a video on IEMs because you get audio from two different divers. You get that good bass with crisp vocals. The voice is cringe. But I was explaining IEMs back then. So 5 years, it's about time we got the most popular, cheap to expensive IEMs to answer the one big question. Are IEMs better than AirPods? How much should you spend? Which is the best IEM in budget? This is going to be fun. I'm Pratik, you're already watching TechWiser. Let's freaking go. This is the only video you need to watch for budget IEMs. Now, before we get to the most budget IEM that we got for only 500 rupees, here are 4 things that you need to know about every IEM just to have a basic understanding. First of all, IEMs are not your wired earphones. See, normal wired earphones sit on your ear and then blast music inside them, whereas IEMs, you have to wear it like this, and you see this pointy ear shape. This goes inside your ear canal, make a proper seal, and you get good quality music. So traditionally, IEMs are used by singers, musicians, or audio engineers, and these IEMs are expensive, like they are custom tuned, or people take their ear shape and custom design the IEMs for them, and those cost lakhs of rupees. And you and I don't have lakhs of rupees, so the market is flooded with Chinese manufacturer launching IEMs. In the audiophile community, this is known as Chi-Fi, like Chinese plus hi-fi. And number 2, now, since these are wired earphones, let alone TWS, they are way better than even AirPods. You get better loudness, better mic quality than any TWS, and there is almost zero latency while you're gaming. Number 3, IEMs are made to listen to high quality music, which is best if you download music offline, those FLAC files. But let's be honest, most of us listen audio on streaming apps. So we have tested all the IEMs on offline music, but most of the time this is being tested on streaming apps. And number 4, DAC. In order to enjoy the highest quality of music, you need a good DAC, or let's just call it Type-C to 3.5mm headphone jack. So we have used this Twistura DAC, which costs about 1000 rupees. And let's be honest, if you're buying a IEM for 2 to 3000 rupees, you're not going to spend 5000 rupees on a DAC. It's mostly gonna be 500 to 1000 rupees. Now with that out, let's go to the most budget IEM. Let's start with the cheapest one in this list. Around 500, you get this QKZ High 7T, and apart from earphones, I usually don't expect much inside the box at this price. But this one, the packaging itself comes with a hard case, which you can use it on a day-to-day basis, like #respect. You also get these ear hooks in which you can insert the wires and then wear them like this. Also, you get some extra silicone ear tips. Speaking of the design, it's all plastic, which frankly, I don't mind at this price. Like, bro, 500, what do you expect? The earphones themselves are pretty well made and it looks pretty sick with this transparent design, but the wire quality is extremely cheap. Like, it's very thin, and if you keep it in your jeans pocket and then take it out, it's all tangled over. You'll have to spend some time untangling it. And surprisingly, you also get a mic with proper buttons for volume and play pause button. Now, sound wise, it's got a V-shaped tuning. Hold on. In simple words, this is the audio graph and it's very easy to understand, and this is what we'll be referring to in this entire video. See, this portion is for bass, this portion is for mids, meaning your singer's vocals, and this portion is for treble, meaning that cymbal. So the higher the wave, the louder that particular segment will be. Now, in terms of sound quality, the bass goes kind of boom, but feels kind of artificial. Like, it sounds like those cheap TWS that you get under 1500 or 1000 rupees. And because of that overpowered bass, the sound of instruments and vocals get suppressed. Also, you can barely differentiate between different instruments. And if you're on Dolby Atmos at high volume, it can turn very sharp and the treble goes very high and your ears start to fatigue after 1 hour. And we also use our IEMs to take calls. So I am here in an outdoor environment. There is generator, a lot of AC units and wind blowing in, so you can have an idea of the mic quality. This is 500 rupees. Now again, having said all of that, these cost just 500 rupees. They are pretty decent, and if your needs are simple, like taking calls, casual music, BGMI and strictly 500 rupees, I would recommend them. But if you want a much better music experience, I would recommend spending at least 1000 rupees. And you know what's a really good experience? The sponsor for this video, Surfshark VPN. Now, fair thing, we have been using Surfshark VPN before they even approached us for this video, and 2 reasons why you should too. Number 1, Surfshark VPN works on all popular websites like Netflix and Amazon Prime Video, Sony Live, etc. seamlessly with good privacy, and you can unlock content from other parts of the world that are not available in India. Number 2, these days, even for generating one image to converting a doc to PDF, the websites ask you to log in. So there's this new option called alternate ID. So next time a website asks for sign up, you can generate a temporary mail or mobile number to sign up for without giving your original mail ID or phone number. Surfshark VPN is available at a never seen before cost, and you get unlimited device access. You can go to surfshark.com/TechWiser or click on the first link in the description and use coupon code TechWiser to get 4 months extra offer. Also, there's a 30-day money back guarantee, so there's no harm in trying. Which brings me to the KZ-EDX Pro. And this is where you will actually start noticing how IEMs are different than your normal TWS. First up, the build. The design looks pretty sick. The transparent shell gives you instantly that audiophile but on a budget vibe. But the best part is you get detachable wires, and the cable itself is also transparent and you can see the copper wiring on the inside. Also, the cable doesn't tangle much. It gets an L-shaped connector which is good for longevity, and you also get a mic with a single button to accept and reject calls. Now let's talk about sound. And with IEMs you'll hear a word a lot: soundstage. Hold on. But what exactly is soundstage? Let me explain in simple words. Imagine you close your eyes and you're sitting in a very narrow room, small, tiny room. And then there's the violinist, guitarist, lead singer, drummer, and you can hear everything, but everything gets mixed up. You cannot tell exactly where the music is playing from. Now, imagine your tiny room gets suddenly bigger, becomes an auditorium. And now you can exactly tell that the drummer is on the left, the guitarist is on the right, the lead singer is in the middle. That is what is called a narrow soundstage. And it's said that IEMs usually have better soundstage than any budget TWS or earphones. And this is exactly what you will feel when you wear the EDX Pro X for the first time. You get a very well balanced sound. The vocals sound natural, treble is crisp, and you can easily hear the difference between different instruments. And back to the mic test. Similar surroundings, and this is the mic quality from 900 rupees IEM. So you can have an idea again. We got these for around 900 rupees, and honestly, they sound way better than any TWS at this price point. If you have only used cheap earphones or budget TWS before, this is an instant upgrade. Get it. Now, around 1300 rupees, you get the very popular KZ Caster, and for the price, these are very good. Like, the build quality is very good. It looks a little bulky, but I've never had problems wearing it for longer period. I use it on a day-to-day basis. This is my daily driver. You also get this transparent wire with a L-shaped jack along with a mic and a single button. By the way, all these IEMs have detachable cables. So the major problem that you have with regular wired earphones is that the cable goes bad after a year. Well, that is completely solved in IEMs because you can always replace the faulty cable or even get a Bluetooth module if you feel fancy. Now, these have one unique feature. You get these switches over here which lets you customize the different frequencies of the sound, like switch 1 and 2 which enhances the sub bass and mid bass, while 3 and 4 are going to boost the mid and high frequencies. Now, first I tried these with all the switches off, and you get a very punchy bass which is perfect for bass lovers. But in songs like Natu Natu, I was missing the low end thump. So I just turned switch 1 and 2 on, and you instantly get that little vibrations from the drums at the starting of the song. Also, I switched the third one to enhance the vocals, which for me was the sweet spot. Now back to the mic test. This is the mic quality from 1300 rupees IEM KZ Caster, and you would see as we move up the price, the mic gets massively better. Overall, if you're coming from any budget earphones or TWS, this will instantly feel like an upgrade, and I think that's exactly why they are so popular. They have like a very massy sound quality, and you don't have to spend quite a lot to feel the jump in audio quality. But if you're looking for something around 2000 rupees, you get the Truth Ear Gate. And in terms of look, these look sick in all black color. See, most of the IEMs have this semi-transparent design, but they don't really show you what's there on the inside. Here, you can actually see the drivers and the wiring, which looks like those transparent PC build cabinets that you see. And also, these are quite comfortable to wear. The cable quality is solid. Again, you get an L-shaped gold-plated jack, which should last longer than a normal silver-plated jack. You get volume and media buttons. Now, coming to the sound, the first thing you'll notice is the bass. The bass here is punchy and easily the best so far in this lineup. It's not for hardcore bass heads, but most of the Bollywood songs feel more lively and enjoyable. Also, the vocals sound natural. Highs are detailed without being sharp. Now, I'm pretty sure that not many people notice this, but a male singer in a song has much bassy voice, whereas a female singer in a song has a very sharp voice. And when both of them sing together, you can understand the difference in this. So you will enjoy that Bollywood duet a lot more. And this is the mic quality from 2000 rupees IEM. Can you notice the difference in mic quality getting better as we move up? In short, you will have a great music listening experience. Now, we got this for around 1900 rupees, and at that price, these are pretty good sounding IEMs. Now, if you go above 2000 rupees, you get the very popular Moondrop Chew 2 with DSP Siraj. Just DSP. Now we have the Type-C version, which comes with the DSP plus DAC combo, and we'll get to that in just a bit. But design-wise, this looks very different. Like, they are tiny. Like they're so small you can literally sleep while wearing them, and unlike the plasticky ones we saw earlier, the buds are made up of metal. Even the cable is different. Like you get this silver color cable along with volume and media controls right here on the mic, and even this mic module is made up of metal. Now speaking of the sound quality, it is decent. It has a very balanced sound signature. I was listening Criminal by Britney Spears. The bass here is not that boomy but good enough. Vocals and highs are pretty good, but here's the interesting feature. This Type-C version has a DAC plus DSP combo, which improves sound quality, and it also gets an app support, and with that you can go full EQ. You can play around and customize it as per your liking. You also get 3 different presets. By default it comes with this default preset, the bass head and no bass preset. You know what it does. Not just that, you also get hundreds of community-made EQs to pick up from. I personally like this one from Intersaint or Intersante, like whatever. And the best thing is, your tuning remains on the IEM. It gets burned in here. So you change it on one device and it works across all the devices you plug it into. Now we got this for 2,300 rupees, and at that price, these are pretty solid pair of IEMs, especially with the customization options. Like, I never knew wired earphones could have app support and this level of tuning. That's usually something you see only on premium TWS. And from a similar price range, this is the mic quality from the Moondrop Chew 2, which has an inbuilt DAC and directly goes through the Type-C port. So if you want balanced sound with the option to tweak it your way, I would recommend the Moondrop Chew 2. It's a very solid option. Now, Moondrop isn't the only one in this list with customization. Around 3,000 rupees, you get the Twistura D minor. Now, there's no app support here. Instead, you get extra tuning nozzles inside the box. Now, each nozzle has this colored strip on it. By default, it comes with these black ones installed, and the output here is the most neutral and flat sounding. I would say this neutral audio is best suited for someone who just wants to monitor audio via the camera, or is into video editing, or you're a sound engineer. Now, this red nozzle is meant to enhance the bass, and then again the mid and high gets suppressed, but the blue one, in my opinion, is the most perfect one. This increases both the bass and the treble, and if I have to describe the sound in one word, these sound pristine.
Pristine.
Like we usually say that Galaxy Buds or AirPods are the best in terms of sound quality. This has that level of sound output. Now, unlike others, it doesn't have those transparent design. The wire here is transparent though, and it gets a media control button with a mic. Also, the wire here is removable just like any other IEMs. Also, in terms of box content, this is the most you get in any IEM on this list. And apart from the earphones, IEMs, you get the extra nozzles, you get 2 carry pouches, a ton of ear tips, and even a 3.5mm to Type-C DAC. All inside the box. It's like a complete package. Now, as we move up the price ladder, this is the mic quality from the Twistura D minor, and this is around 3,000 rupees. So around 3,000, this is probably the most complete package in the lineup, not just for sound, but for everything you get in a audiophile starter pack. But now we are stepping into a different league. So up until 2,000 to 3,000 rupees, every upgrade feels massive. Like bass gets tighter, vocal gets clearer, soundstage gets wider. You instantly hear the difference. But once you enter the premium price, the improvements start to get subtle, and same is the case with this Caffeine Clean IEM. Yes, it does sound refined, the details are good, the separation is slightly better, but if you compare the graph of Twistura, so if you notice around this treble region, the Twistura one has sharper spikes while the Caffeine has fewer sharper spikes. So because of that, the Twistura one will have really sharp or bright treble. And the thing with treble is, as you age, your ability to hear treble reduces, and also hearing sharper sound quality for a longer time fatigues your ear. So the Caffeine one is a bit smoother and it's easier for long listening. And again, having said all of that, it really depends on your age and your ability to hear sound. So difference in real life is very subtle, and you will notice only it in some tracks. But despite that, the Caffeine Clean sound very good and might be suitable for someone who notices small details in vocals, instruments, or imaging and wants that extra polish. And at last, we have the SimGot EW200 at around 4,300 rupees. I was very excited about this because it's so famous on Reddit. And at 4,300 rupees, you expect everything to be premium. Like the build is top notch. These are fully made up of metal. The wires also feel premium. But sadly, like I said, after 3,000 rupees, the differences aren't day and night. The difference you find here is very subtle. The EW200 does feel a more refined. I was listening to Challa, very good song. Like compared to the Caffeine's one, the same track feels smoother and the bass has more depth. But I would say these are good for someone who is an audiophile. I believe if you pair this with an expensive DAC, the audio would get much richer. So if someone who previously used good pair of IEMs and now wants an upgrade in terms of overall sound quality, these are pretty good for around 5,000 rupees. And in case you're wondering where are the mic tests of the most expensive IEMs, well, they don't have a mic, so that's how it is. So after listening to all the IEMs for hours, Here's what I understood. If you want a true upgrade from your budget earphones or TWS, spend at least 1000 rupees on IEMs. Between 1000 rupees to 2000 rupees is where you will get the most value in this Chi-Fi, and honestly that's good enough for 90% of the people coming from TWS. From 2000 to 3000 rupees, you will get some extra features like customization options, but in terms of sound quality, the differences are subtle, and 4000 to 5000, this is premium territory. You will only notice the refinement if you have the knowledge and if you've already used good IEMs before. Otherwise, for most people, the jump won't feel that big. Now, we do want to do more videos like this in the future, comparing the cheapest tech to the most expensive one. Let us know on how we can improve. And if you're already using an IEM that we missed out on, share your experience in the comment below. Also, IEMs are kind of a trend these days because everyone has started using TWS or AirPods. So celebrities are now using wired earphones, so everyone else is using it. Culture trend. On that note, this is signing off. See you in the next one. Pew pew. Pew.